to a little mini Pilates class. Thank you, Karina, for suggesting it. We're going to just start right away. Hands and knees, please. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Take a breath here. Round your spine. Scoop your belly up and in. Drop your belly. Lift your gaze. Inhale. Exhale. Round and scoop it out. Drop your belly. Lift your gaze. Lengthening back through. And exhale as you round. Really feel those abdominals draw in and up like you're scooping out your belly button towards your spine. And let's roll through about 3 more rounds. Your pace, your breath. And after your 3rd round, settle back in to stillness and just shift your hips back, sitting back towards your heels in a child's pose. And as you go into your child's pose, drop your forehead down. Walk your fingertips a little further away. Really press the fingertips down into the mat. Take 3 deep full breaths here, each time drawing your hips closer towards your heels. Once you've finished your 3rd breath, you're going to pick your palms up, still pressing the fingertips down. So you're making claws with your hands, and you're going to walk your claws over to the left side of your mat. As you go to the left, your hips are going to shift to the right side of your mat, feeling a nice lengthening and stretching in that right side of your body. And then begin to walk your hands back through the center over to the right side of your mat as your hips shift over to the left side. Find your way back to the center of your mat. Take 1 more full breath here. Empty all the air out. And then let's find our way back to our tabletop position here. Sending your left leg back behind you, curling your toes under. And then you're going to take your right hand underneath of your face. You're going to pivot your left foot, it's back there, and send your your left arm up high to the sky. So I'm stacked here, see, shoulder, shoulder, pivoting that back foot. I'm here by myself, so nobody can adjust my camera, sorry. Take your top arm, that's your left arm, up and over your head, bicep comes towards your ear. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't really matter. Maybe rolling your wrists around a little bit, preparing for a little planky stuff. Bring that top arm back, so stacking shoulder and shoulder, gaze back to the floor, release the left hand, rearrange, right hand underneath the right shoulder. Hips are stacked, but your left leg is up high. Stacking, squaring, take a breath, round your spine as you pull your knee to your nose. Inhale, lengthen it. Exhale, round it. Inhale, lengthen it. Exhale, round it. Lengthen it out, hold it here, and if you want, you can send your right arm out as well. So now your opposite arm and leg, known as bird dog, flip your palm so your thumb is up, your pinky's down, here it is, and then round it out again. Pull it up and in, you can grab your shin, draw your knee to your nose, deeper, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. 2 more times, reach. Exhale, round. Lengthen it out. Exhale, round it out, scoop it in and up. That belly pulls in, lengthen it out, hold it here. Bird dog, stay here. Finding stability, finding balance. If you want a little extra stretch in your quad, you bend the back knee. You reach behind, grab a hold of anything you can reach, a toe, an ankle, top of your foot, heel, and draw your heel towards your bum, or just hold on to bird dog. That works as well. And slowly release it. Here we are, bird dog again. Release the arm and the leg back down. Take a breath, round your spine, scoop your belly. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, round. One more time, inhale. Exhale, round. Find your way. Back to stacking, shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip. Send the right foot back now. And then take your left hand underneath of your face, pivoting your right foot, excuse my back. Extend your right arm high to the sky. Here we are, modified side. Taking your top arm up and overhead, anchoring the blade edge of the right foot down into the mat, stretching that side of your body. Preparing obliques. Bring that top arm back up, stacking shoulder, shoulder, gaze back down to the mat, release the right hand, rearrange the left hand, left knee under left shoulder, lifting your right foot up off of the mat, your hips are square, bend the knee to nose, let's go. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen, hold it there, bird dog. Left arm out. Thumb up, pinky down. Hold bird dog, or go again. Pull it in and up, grabbing the shin, knee to nose. And reach. And in. And reach. Pull it in. Lengthen it out. 2 more times. In. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull in and up. Send it out. Hold again here, bird dog, or bend the back knee. Reach that left arm behind, grab anything if you like, heel to your bum. Feel that stretch in the quad, or just hold your bird dog, do what's right for your body, always. And send everything back out. Release the arm down, and then sit yourself back. You're going to go back to child's pose. And then you're going to lift back up. You're going to just shift your weight forward, dropping your hips down on your little extension in your spine. Gazing up towards where the wall and the ceiling meet, and then shift yourself back. Inhaling. Exhale, bring it forward. Send it back. One more time. This one you want to hold a little bit. Can you relax into it? Good, now we're going to add a little bit more to it. So you're going to curl the toes under. I don't know if you can see my toes. And we're going to turn this into a plank. Amazing how that happens. You slightly tuck your tailbone under. So notice I'm not sinking, trying to stay like a board, straight as a board. My quads are engaged. My shoulders, again, stacked with elbows and wrists. And then you're going to pike your hips up nice and high. You're going to find what's called a downward facing dog position. So you look like the shape of a mountain. Just stretching out your hamstrings, the back side of your body. Breathe it in, breathe it out. And again, breathe it in, breathe it out. And one more time. So we're going to do just a little exercise here that's a little yoga, a little Pilates blend. And if this is not right for your body, you can do this on your hands and knees, just like we did in the warm-up. So you're going to take your left leg straight up high to the sky. So you're in one-legged downward facing dog. Feel feel that. So you're getting a nice stretch in that standing leg, the right leg. Heel dropping down towards the mat. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. Again, it doesn't really matter. Do what's right for your body. Your pinky toe is square, so you're not opening up your hips. So you should feel a glute engagement as you lift that leg. And then we're going to bend your knee and draw your knee up and in towards your nose. Remember, we did something similar on our hands and knees, so do that if you need to. Send the leg up and back, and then pull it up and in, knee to nose. Send it back. We're going to do a full 5 of these. So this is 3, and this is 2, and one more time. Knee to nose, hold it here, knee to nose, knee to nose, knee to nose, maybe knees to forehead, oh, maybe. And then if best you can, you're going to step your foot through, you're going to relax the back knee, the back toe, and you're going to come up onto your knee, sorry, not your knee, your quad, with your hands. So here we are. My head is up there somewhere, doesn't matter. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is just get an opening in your hip flexor. So the hip flexor on my right side is stretching. So this is what you look like from the front, right? So this is my right hip flexor. So I want you to curl your toes under of your back foot here. See, I'm stacked. My shoulders, as you can't see, are over my hips over my knee as best as it can. Toes are curled under. You're going to slightly tuck your tailbone under. I want you to squeeze the glute on that right side, okay? As you squeeze that glute, just come a smidgen forward, just a little teeny bit forward. When you go forward, you feel that hip flexor open. You can extend your arms up high to the sky. You maybe shift a little bit wherever it feels tight, but hip flexor opening is important, especially when we're doing a lot of abs, right? Because we're really crunching and sometimes using hip flexors instead of our abdominals. Take one more breath here. Keep squeezing that glute on the right side. Perfect. Okay, so here we are again. We're going to frame that front foot. You're going to lift the toes or lift the knee of the back foot up. Toes are curled. And as best you can, you're going to find your way back to a plank. Always feel free to drop your knees if you need to, but set it up so you're in a plank. So shoulders again, over elbows, over wrists, tail slightly tucking under, belly drawing in, shoulders, you're not sinking, you're lifting. Okay, so here we are in our plank. Drop your knees if you need to. Just hold for a couple breaths. Good. And then we're going to pike back up so you're back in your downward facing dog. Then we're going to go right to the other side. Okay, so right leg lifts. Bend the knee. Well, first let's stretch. So feel that lengthening, stretching in that standing leg, which is now the left leg. Pinky toes squared, so your hips are not open. Feel your glute engaged as that leg is lifted. And now bend the knee, pull the knee to the nose. In and up. Send it back. In and up. Send it back. In and up. Send it back. 2 more. One last time. Pull it in and up. Hold it, hold it, hold it as it comes maybe closer to your forehead. Step it through. Relax the back knee, the back toe. Here we are again. So, stacking everything up. Curl the toes under the back foot. Tuck that tail. Squeeze that glute. Shift slightly forward. Hip flexor, stretch right here. Arms can extend. You can drop one arm and reach over to the side. Whatever feels right and needs a stretch. Stretch and strength. Little Pilates combo. That's what we do. Good. Take one more breath here. knee, toes are still curled under. Remember how we got here. Knee to nose, send it back, plank pose. Here we are, we're in our plank, and then we're gonna find our way to a side plank. So, side plank, many different variations. Take your right hand underneath your face. This is a full plank. Flipping to the side. So this is stacked. Everything is stacked up, right? The other option here is stagger. Stagger those feet. The other option is bend the bottom knee. But what we want to do is we want to lift the oblique on the bottom side. So modifications, right? Feel free to modify. It's the only way you're going to get stronger. But feel that oblique kick in. Kind of like you're making a rainbow shape. If you want to take that top arm, if that feels right for you, stretch it up and overhead. We're going to stay here for 2 full breaths. Keeping those hips facing forward. Good, and then we're going to flip it right to the other side. So you're going to go right to it. However you can get there. A, B, or C. Full. Stacking. Heel over heel. Staggering. Bottom leg bend. Feel that bottom side lifting you up. Reach that top arm up. Feeling the fingertips reach to the sky. And then if you'd like to bring that top arm up and overhead, stretching that whole side of your body. Look out on a summer's day with eyes that know the darkness. 2 more breaths here. Shadows on the hills. Any version. Sketch the trees and the daffodils. Good. And then find your way back. Back to your plank, up to your downward facing dog. Maybe pedal your feet if that feels good. Maybe shake out your head if that feels good. What you tried to say to me. Good, and then drop to your knees, relax your toes, and give yourself a little stretch here. Rolling your wrists around because they were just working a bit in some planking. We'll come back to some planks. But right now, we're going to just stretch it out, take a couple breaths, take a drink of water, because we're going to be flipping over and going into some intense abdominal work. So, if I didn't mention this, I don't think I did. If you have a ball, like a ball from the grocery store, if you have a band, great. If you don't, that's okay. If you have a towel, you can use the towel as we stretch at the end if you want, or a sheet, pillowcase, shirt. Okay, here we go. Flip it around, please. If you have a ball, remember how we stick it between our inner thighs? Let's start seated. So, sit bones, the bottom of your pelvis. The sitting bones. That's what we're going to be on. So if you can tell, I'm not sure how well this is, use shoulders over hips. Sitting bones, bottom of your pelvis. So think of those hip bones that are on the floor as your feet, right now. In addition, so now you have 4 feet. Arms are extended straight out in front of you, shoulder width, shoulder height. Take a full breath. Feel like somebody's pulling you from the crown of your head to the ceiling. Take a breath. Exhale, scoop your belly in, round it out, rolling back just ever so slightly. Keeping that ball, squeezing if you have a ball. If you have a yoga block, you can use that. Maybe a pillow, a round pillow. And then come back up so you're nice and tall back on those sitting bones. So just feeling the difference between stacking up, being on your sitting bones, and then rounding and scooping it out. Breathe it in. Exhale, stack it back up. And then go again, breathe in. Exhale, scoop and round. Lengthen back up. Scoop and round. time, scoop and round it back. Lengthen back up nice and tall, and then fold forward, going up and over. So you're still in your sitting bones, your spine is now rounded, you're in flexion, you're still squeezing that ball if you have a ball, or an imaginary ball, or something else. We have to get creative during this time in our lives. Take a breath here. Breathe in through the back and sides of your ribs. Really open up here. Exhale, squeeze that ball. If you have it, scoop your belly in, round and roll back. Breath in, squeeze if you have it, and then round forward. And again, breath in. Exhale, roll back. And send it forward. Exhale, then round and roll back. Bring it forward, up and over those legs. Breath in, roll back. Now you're going to take it back to a place that you can hold it back here safely without discomfort in your spine. And you're going to lift your arms up towards your ears, biceps. Maybe they frame your ears, maybe they don't. Again, it doesn't matter. Bring those arms back, shoulder width, shoulder height, and up. And down. Lift it up. And down. If you have that ball, are you squeezing it still? And bring it down. One more of these. Bring it down. Stay here, take a breath. Exhale and fold forward, up and over your legs. Take 2 full breaths here. Open up the back side of your body. Let it go. Again, roll up. Expand that rib cage. Expand the muscles in the back. Exhale and release it. The next breath's going to take you back again where you can hold it safely. Feel like somebody's scooping this all in and up, or you have a zipper and you're zipped up. Okay, we're going to float those arms back up. Now they're going to open wide to the side. They're going to float back up to the ceiling and back in front. Got that? Up, open, up, bring it down, and up, open, up, bring it down, again, up, open, up, bring it down, up, open, keep it open, now bring it right in front like you're hugging a tree, open, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, one more time, exhale, inhale, bring it back, shoulder width, shoulder height. We're going to take another full breath, squeeze that ball if you have it, and then fold everything forward, up and over you go. Breathe it in and out. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to lie down on the mat. Okay. Before anything, we're going to take the ball out if you have it. Just put it to the side. You don't need it right now. And we're going to do our little pelvic tilt that I teach you, and maybe we can see it here. That's cool. Okay, so neutral spine. There's my neutral spine. Notice I have a little bit of a space under there. Yay. See, we can't do this in a class. So I'm going to take my neutral spine and turn it into an imprinted spine, or posterior pelvic tilt. So I am just taking my pelvis and tucking it under, and look, my back is now flat. There's no more space. So we're going to move through. I'm just moving my arms out of the way, so you can just bring your arms down by your sides, but I want you to be able to see how this works, and this is, the one benefit of this videotaping. So come back to neutral. There's my little space. Exhale, tuck it under. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, tuck it under. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, tuck it under. So when we go into our tuck, you're going to blow out through your mouth. Feel those abdominals, they get tight, right? Inhale, neutral. Exhale. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, we're neutral. Exhale, we're going to tuck. We're going to do this one more time. Inhale, you're neutral. Exhale, you're tucked, and you're going to keep that tuck, okay? So we have our imprinted or pelvic tilt, okay? this is what's going to happen here. This seems like a very simple exercise, but if you focus on your breath and what you're doing, it will become something pretty intense. So we're going to inhale, and then as you exhale, you're going to lift one leg up and then lower it down. Inhale, exhale to lift the other leg, bringing it just to tabletop, and bring it down. Do it again. Up and down, and then up and down. And while you're doing this, keeping that belly tight, moving from the hip joint. So this is what sometimes I see people doing, is just doing this. So that's not moving from the hip joint. Lower and lift, right? So this is going to get a little bit different. So now we're going to lift both legs up so they're in tabletop. So now your tabletop, see that 90-degree angle, tail's tucking under, back is flat, abs are tight. Do it again. Lower, lift, lower, lift, lower down as you inhale, exhale, lower, lift, lower, exhale, lower, exhale, lower, and lower. One more each side. I changed my mind. Let's keep doing it. Lower, lower. 2 more sets. Lower. Abdominals nice and tight, right? One more each side. Perfect. And then just draw those knees gently in towards your chest. So we're going to move to the 100, which normally in Pilates we do this right away, but I like to do a lot of other things in addition, so it becomes just a little extra something for you. So I like to massage my sacrum a bit, preparing our body for what's to come. So if you want to use your ball for 100, great. You don't have to. Actually, I'm not going to use it because I want to show you some different variations you can do for the 100. So if I have anybody besides Karina watching this, there's lots of options. I just want to be able to offer. Okay, so I'm just going to scooch back a little bit. Okay, so tabletop, just where we were. Back is flat, tail's tucking under, belly's tight, right? Think about that. Navel coming down, touching your mat. Arms are down by your side, shoulders are open, collarbones wide. So you're going to do a little nod of your head. So here we go. So my gaze is at the ceiling, and then I'm going to nod my head just ever so slightly. So now I'm looking just above my knees and where the ceiling and the wall meet. And this is where I want to try to keep my head. Okay, so take a breath. As you exhale, you're going to slide your shoulders down. You're going to come up into a crunch, belly's tight, and then start to pump those arms. The pumping comes from the shoulder, so we're not flopping around like this. It's a nice strong pumping. Breathing in for a count of 5 and breathing out for a count of 5. So you're going to keep doing this as I'm counting, and I count magically in my head. You can extend your legs long. It becomes a little bit more challenging. The legs can lower as long as that back stays supported and flat. The legs can go high to the sky. They can split too. Breath in. Another variation that I like sometimes is you go into tabletop and then extend for 5 and in for 5 and out for 5 and in for 5 and out for 5. And anytime you can rest your head down, keep the pumping, right? You can still have those abdominals engaged. You're still working. There's 100 breaths here. So, you know, can be a little challenging at times. This exercise never seems to get any easier. So what do you think we're on? Luana, if you're there, are you counting for me? We're almost there. holding the ball, you're squeezing it. One more time. You might have got an extra one. Exhale all that air out. Stop your pumping. Hold it there. Maybe come up a little bit higher in your crunch. And then drop it all down and rest. Shake out your head. Pull your right knee in towards your chest. Lengthen your left leg nice and long. Take a breath there. Let it all go. Good. And then tabletop that right leg. Tabletop. The left foot is either bent and pressed firmly into the mat, or it's extended and flexed and you're drawing your ankle or your foot or your heel into the floor. Okay, arms are down by your sides, or you can bring your hands behind your head and lift up. This is leg circles. It doesn't matter, either one. So that leg is going to straighten as best it can. If it's not flexible, keep it bent. That's fine too. I'm going to keep my head down just so I can help to cue this. So here we go. We're going to take the leg across your body. So the right leg starts, it goes to the left first. Take it across your body, sweep it around and back to the top. Inhale across, exhale around and up. Across, around, and up. Inhale across, exhale around and up. So as I'm doing this, my hips are as stable as possible. So I'm not all over the place like this. No, 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 no. Hips are stacked. Circle around, exhale up. Circle it around, exhale on the up. Circle around, exhale up. We're going to do 3 more on this side or this direction. One more time. You're going to stop back at the center, and then you're going to reverse it. So it goes out to the right, around to the left, back to the top, and stop. Inhale, open, around, exhale, up. Open, around, exhale, up. Remember, you can have your head and shoulders lifted with your hands behind your head if you like for a little extra something. Like so. But while you're doing this, no matter what variation you're doing, your bottom leg is active. It's pressing into the floor. 3 more. And last time around. Right leg's extended, or it's bent and pressing, or it's extended with a flexed foot and it's pressing into the mat. Then take your left leg, tabletop it, knee, hip. Arms either down by your sides, hands behind your head with your head and shoulders lifted. Doesn't matter. Extend that leg as best you can. We're going right into it. Here we go. Over to the right, around to the left, back to the top, and stop. Inhale across, around, exhale, up. Inhale across, around, exhale. Use that breath. Think about belly tight. Cross around, exhale, up. Hips are nice and stable. Bottom leg is active. 3 more. And 2. Last set around. Stopping back at the center, and then reverse that circle around, around and up. Open to the left, around to the right, back to the center, and stop. Last 3. And 2. Last one. Other knee into meet it. Rock it out. Good. Tabletop those legs. Tail's tucking under. Back is flat. Hands are going to start behind your head. Elbows nice and wide. Take a breath and nod your head. Lengthening the back of your neck. Lift up. Your gaze is where the ceiling and the wall meet. Don't hyperextend your neck. This is not where you want to look. That's where you want to look. Take your right leg, reach it away. Switch to your left leg, your right leg, your left leg, your right leg, your left leg, and right, left, right, left, right, left. Lower, lift, reach, reach, in, and out. 3 more. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1. The right knee's in. If it's not, bring it in. Lift a little higher and twist over to the right side. Switch up and over to the left side. We're going to hold for a second. Switch to the right and hold. Switch to the left and hold. Switch to the right and hold. Switch to the left and hold. And to the right. Switch to the left. Switch to the right. Switch to the left. We're going to no longer hold. We're going to do double time. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Lift up and over. Last set. Back down. Grab a hold. Give yourself a little love. Bring those legs back to that tabletop position. Bring your hands on either sides of your knees. Nod your head ever so slightly and lift back up into that crunch. Look where the wall and the ceiling meet. You're just going to reach your arms up and overhead so your biceps frame your ears. Sweep your arms around in a big circle. So arms reach and then they sweep. Nothing else is moving, right? Except my arms reaching around. Reach, sweep, reach, sweep, reach, sweep. Now reach, hold, extend your legs as well. Sweep it around. Reach arms, stretch legs, hold for a sec. Pull it around. Arms only, legs extend. Pull it in and up. Arms only. Then the legs. Sweep it around and stop at the center. Reach, reach, exhale. Reach, reach, exhale. Reach, reach again. Exhale. 2 more of these. Reach those arms. Stretch those legs. Exhale them all back in. Arms only. Legs extend and hold. Pull it all in. Hug it out. Take your legs right back up to the ceiling. So, knees are over hips. Okay. Hands behind. Right hand behind your hamstring. I don't know if you guys see this. Let's make it go away. Go away. Okay. Sorry. Legs extend. Yeah. It is amateur. Hand behind your right hamstring. Drop the left leg a few inches off of the mat. So my leg is not on the floor. It's lifted. Belly's in. That back is flat. Okay. So we're going to lift up. Walk your hands a little higher up your leg. You're going to hold it for 3, for 2, for 1, and then switch sides. And hold that for 3, for 2, for 1, and switch again. And hold it for 3, for 2, for 1. Switch again. Hold it for 3, for 2, for 1. Okay, so now we're going to go to our basic scissors. And switch. And switch. And switch. Belly's tight. Abs are in. And switch. And switch. Now we're going to change it up again if you want. This is an option, of course. Arms extend. Reach, reach. Switch. 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 Even more fun. Hands behind your head. Oh boy. Adding extra weight to that rectus. Switch. Switch. So here's our options. What are they? Or this. 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 And yes, we're all still doing this together. Or this. This is the most fun. Sensation. 5 more sets. 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2. Last set right here. Gorgeous. Good job, everybody. Everybody that's with me. Knees in toward your chest. Give yourself a little love here. Do it again. Okay, almost there. Bring those legs back to our tabletop position, please. And bring your arms down by your sides. You can keep your arms down by your sides, or if you want, you can prop them up underneath of your bum. So you have just a little bit more support underneath of your sacrum. Sometimes feels better if you have any lower back stuff going on. So, legs can be extended. They can stay bent. But what we're going to do is we're just going to do some lowering. Your head's going to stay down. Take a breath. You're going to lower your legs. Notice my back does not ever prop up or pop up off of the floor. Belly draws in. And then you're going to lift back up. So we lower, 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 lower. Exhale, lift. And lower, 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 lower. Exhale, lift. You can, again, bend your knees. Lower, lower, lower. Exhale, lift. You're still getting those deep. This is deep transverse abdominis muscle. So lots of options. Lower. And you can only, if you want to just go down a little bit. If that's right for you, that's what you do. You're still going to work those muscles. So lots of options. Let's finish it up. So let's do 5 more. These are challenging. 5 is fine. 4, lower, lower, lower. Exhale, up you go. Again, lower, 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 lower. Exhale, you're up again. One more time. No, did I count wrong? Sorry. We'll do 2 more. Wishful thinking. Last one right here. Legs, tabletop, legs extend, hands behind your head, elbows wide, so you're not interlacing. Don't interlace because the tendency is to pull on your neck when you interlace. Just gently press behind the back of your skull, nod your head. Here we are, we're up here. We're going to drop the left leg a few inches off the mat. Then you're going to rotate up and over to that straight leg. That's the right side. You're going to feel that oblique. You're going to lifting. Then you're going to release your left arm. Then find your right arm. You're going to press your palms to touch. Maybe make a little, gun here, Charlie's Angels things. And then we're going to pulse 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to come all the way back down because you need to. Switch legs. Come up and over. Oblique, then release your right arm, followed by your left arm, palms to touch. Maybe bring your index fingers up and make a little Charlie's Angels gun, and then pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 2, 1. Come on back down. Switch legs again. We're going to do 1 more set each side. Up you go. Rotate you go. Feel that oblique. Hold that oblique. Tight. Release. Left arm. Press against that thigh. Right arm. Press against that thigh. Press those palms to touch. Now here we go. 10, 9, lift. 7, 6, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down you go. 1 more time. Up you go and over you go. And right arm, left arm. Press those palms. Lift a little higher. Feel that oblique. Now pulse that oblique. Go. 10, 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Done on 1. Down you go. 1 breath and empty it out. Another breath. Let it go. Keep that left knee in. Extend the right leg long along the mat. Draw it in deeper towards you. Bring that knee around your rib cage so it's more towards your armpit on the left side. And then take that left leg, gently guided across your body, looking over to the left side. Good, come back to the center. Release that leg down along the mat. Switch. Right knee in. Bring it around the rib cage. So you're getting a little different stretch. You're getting a little inner thigh. Definitely hip flexor on the left side. And then gently guide that leg across your chest and look over to the right. And this should feel nice. Good ab work. So your core, your powerhouse, is not just your abdominals. It's not just the fronts and the sides. It's also the back. So we have to flip. So bring both knees in. Give yourself one more hug. We're going to do a seated stretch and then we'll flip around. So come on up to a seat. We're back on those sitting bones. So legs are going to be about mat distance apart. If you can't extend your legs with a straight spine, you bend your knees. Also, another option is if you have something to lift yourself up, a yoga block, you can also roll up your mat and sit on it. It just makes you a little bit higher, and sometimes that helps, okay? So arms are going to extend, and then just reach them down on your thighs, or wherever they reach if you have longer arms. Take a breath. So imagine there's a wall behind me, a straight wall, and then you're gonna just peel yourself off the wall, starting with the top of your head, and then your shoulders come off, your thoracic spine, your lower spine, and you roll forward, feeling a nice opening in that back body, flexion, belly still pulling in and up. This is spine stretch forward. Take a breath. And then exhale and stack, 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 stack. Back up nice and tall. Breathe it in. Exhale. Go again. Around. Up and over. This should feel good. Breath in. Stack, 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 stack. Up nice and tall. One more time. Breath in. Lengthen. Exhale. Around. Stay wherever you are, maybe grab a hold of your toes, or if you can reach for anything, just give it a little extra something, something, and breathe through that back side, breathing through your back. That rib cage goes all the way around to the back side of your body, so breathe through that back rib cage. And then let's find our way back up nice and tall. Good. Okay, here we go. Flipping back around. We're going to flip back onto our hands and knees first. We're going to do several of these and then go to our belly. Come back to hands and knees, a little planking, and then it's over. And then the party's over. Okay, so how are we doing on time? I don't want to overdo it. Okay, so here we are. Remember this? Curl the toes under this time. Maybe walk your feet a little closer in to each other. So you're going to lift your knees up off the mat. Maybe an inch, maybe 2 inches, and then drop them down. Okay, so while we're doing this, so stacking shoulder, elbow, and wrists, belly draws in and up, take a breath, press the floor away, and lift. Do you feel that in your abdominals? Maybe. You're going to try to. I want you to think about drawing your navel in. Now, you can start to feel it in your abdominals when you focus there. Take a breath. Exhale, lift. And lower. Okay. So that's pretty, oh, I love this song. So that's pretty easy, maybe it's not. If that's fine, that's where you stay. If you want a little bit more, we have lots of options. So here here we go. We're going to start with this option. Lift up, and then take your left leg and lift it, and lower it, and lift it, and lower it. Taking a little glute work here. And the goal here is to not lift that bottom leg. It still just floats there. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more time. Good times, right? Drop those knees. That's a little bit more. Can you think about your abdominals when you're doing it? So let's focus. Take a breath. Empty out. Here we go. Take another breath. As you empty out. Lift up. 1 inch, 2 inches, belly draws in. It's tight. Take that left leg up. Right leg. Up. 2 more. Beautiful. Drop the knees. Sit yourself back for a second because it gets even more fun. Here we go. Come back to tabletop. Set yourself up. You know something's going to happen. Okay. So, tuck those toes. Take a breath. Let it go. Take another. Exhale. Float. Okay, so we're going to take that left leg. This time it's going to go in and up. And in and up. And in. Knee to nose. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last 2. Come on. 1 more. Fabulous. Okay, other side. 1 more time. Breath in. The breath is so important. Take another one. Exhale. Float them. In. Up. In. Up. In. Up. In. 5, 6, 7. Hang in. 8, 9, 10. Relax those toes and sit back. 1 breath here, let it go. Maybe roll the wrists around. And then remember what we did earlier. Shift forward. Drop your hips. Send it back. And forward. And back. Take it forward. Let's do 2 more of those. Shift forward. Now we're going to stay here. While we're here, curl those toes. Turn it into a plank. Lift up. Turn it into downward facing dog. Keep those toes curled under as you shift forward. And lift back up. So if this isn't right for you, you can go back to the child's pose and lean forward. But whichever way you're in, wherever you are, we're just going to sit yourself back now into child's pose. Take a breath. and then shift forward all the way down onto your belly. Send your arms down by your sides. Palms are going to face your body. So notice, here we go, shoulders roll forward. So you're going to have your head facing center. So nose is hovering over the mat or touching the mat, either one. Shoulders roll up, back, around, and down. Okay, so here they are here. That's not where we want them. We want to engage. Feel like your shoulder blades are squeezing towards each other. So you're going to squeeze, and then you're going to just lift up with your upper middle back. So the lower body's down, tops of your feet, top of your feet are down on the mat, or carpet, or wherever you are, a towel, it doesn't matter. Lower down. So that's the movement. So what you're going to do is think about drawing your belly up and in towards your spine, of course. Roll those shoulders up, back, around, and down, and lift up. And lower down. Take a breath and lift up. And lower down. Lift up again. Lower down. This next time you come up, you're going to lift up and you're going to stay up. Then you're going to lift your legs as well. So now feel the glutes engaged to lift. Now lower everything back down. Take a breath. Try to draw your belly up and in. So try to make a space under your waist and lift back up. And lower back down. And this next time we're going to lift and we're going to stay lifted. Now, if you can, you're going to take your arms wide to the side like you're making a T with your body. T shape with your body. Then you're going to take your arms up and over your head. Then bring them back down to your body. So palms facing your body again. Reach forward. Exhale, bring it back. Reach it forward. Exhale, send it back. Reach it forward. Exhale, send it back. One more time. Reach it forward. Exhale, send it back. Hold it here, maybe lifting a smidgen higher. And then down you go. Take a breath and let it go. And then we're going to finish on our belly with some swimming. So, options for swimming. You can make goalpost arms, like so. So your elbows come out of your shoulders, lifting up and just kicking your legs and not moving your arms. Or you could take your arms over your head and lift and kick everything. Kick and flutter, opposite arm and legs. Like so, right? Or you can just stay on the mat and do opposite arm and leg. Still works the same extensors in your back. So here we go. Breath in, whatever you choose. Lift up. If you're doing the full swim, I'm going to count it out like the 100. Breath in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3. Exhale. Keep going. Again, you can leave out the arms. Just do the legs. You can do the full. You can do opposite arm and leg. So let's do 2 more full breaths. Breath in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last time. 2. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and finish. 1 breath, let it go. And then whenever you're ready, sit yourself back to your heels and stretch it out. With a 2-minute plank, and you're done. Okay? We're going to hang out for 2 minutes. See how it goes. So, yourself up, think about what kind of plank you can do. Can you do a full plank, straight arms? Can you do a elbow plank? If you want, you can do half and half. That always works, right? Half side plank, other side, right? Or full, side. Okay? So, you decide what you want to do, and we're going to be going in 3, 2, 1. So, full plank. That's me, full plank for right now. Now, because it's usually pretty darn easy in the beginning, because you're not all fatigued, you can do some stuff with your legs. You can lift and lower legs. Right, so here I am down here, lift and lower legs. You can come to the sides. You can do hip drops. You can do forward and back. But what's the goal in our planks? I'm just watching out for my time. I don't want to keep you there longer than necessary. So you want your tail slightly tucking under. Your quads are engaged, right? Nothing's there. I'm not sinking, right? There's no sinking. Show my belly, but here we go. No sinking. You're not sinking in your shoulder blades. You're lifting up. If I came over with a ruler, you'd be nice and straight. Going on our first minute, just about done. Now, maybe the second minute, going on the second minute. Yes. Second minute, maybe you want to do 30 seconds side plank. I think I'll do that. So 30 seconds here. Lifting up. And if it's really fun for you, you can lift and lower here. You can lift and lower. You know, all kinds of really exciting things you can do. So I'm sorry, the side plank, I'm going to have to go to my back, or I'll just flip around. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. 5 more seconds on this side if you're doing side plank. Okay, flip it around. Just doing this so you don't have to see my back, because that's really nothing really appealing about that. Watch for 30 more seconds. Less than that now, because it took me a second to get to the other side. You're good. You're almost there. Hips are stacked. If you're in a plank, your shoulders are not sinking. Your belly's in. Tail's tucking under. Strong quads. We're all good. 10 seconds. Good job. So, if you recall my stretches at the end, I'm not going to take the time to stretch with you, because that's really not necessary, but just to remind you, if you have a band, if you have a shirt, if you have a towel, put the band around one foot, get lots of tension. I like to point and flex my foot. It just feels good. Getting your ankle joint moving around a bit. And then we take those bands in your right hand. Left hand is going to be on your left, whatever this is, my left thigh. Your leg is extended. You're going to open out to the side. We're going to hold it for several breaths, as long as you'd like. Then take it around, switch hands. Take it to the other side. You can keep the hip down. You can let the hip release and lift up. Go all the way over. You look to the opposite side of the mat that the leg is going. And then you switch sides. It's hamstring stretch. You point and flex if you want, or just hold a hamstring stretch. And you take the same side. So left hand holds onto the bands. Take the leg out to the side. Get a nice stretch here. The right leg is extended. Right hand on the right thigh. Switch sides. Take the bands. Swing it around. Over to the other side. Look the opposite way. Come back around. So hold that as long as you want. Knees to chest. You can come around and do cat-cow again. So anything that feels good for you. Thank you so much. I miss teaching classes at Great Bay. I miss you guys all very much if you're here. And if you like this, let me know. Please message me, text me, whatever you'd like to do, and let me know, and I'll keep doing it. I'll do different stuff. I'll add some yoga, whatever you'd like. So just let me know. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Stay safe and healthy, please.